we should keep our eye on this. This has been ripping a hole in our communities and our society for years now, and it's about to pick up steam.
So why are Trump supporters worried about Mexicans when they should be worried about the robots taking the jobs?
That's my exact point, man. It is not immigrants. Immigrants have nothing to do with the economic distress many Americans are feeling. It's the fact that technology is advancing to a point where our labor is less and less central to the economy.
So build a wall around Silicon Valley.
So yeah, what do we do about that?
Yeah, what do we do indeed?
What's the solution?
So the solution I'm proposing, and anyone who's heard about my campaign knows this, I'm proposing that we declare a dividend of $1,000 a month for every American adult starting at age 18.
That's the universal basic income.
Yes,
that you're proposing.
the universal basic income, which I've rebranded the freedom dividend because it tests better with more Americans with the word freedom in it. And so,
what will that do?
Yeah, because a lot of us have never achieved true liberation in this country.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's one reason why Martin Luther King championed this plan and principle in 1967.
Shaq Talk Stocks, we back another day, another video. Alright, so like you just saw the first clip, Andrew Yang, back in 2019, almost 2 years ago. Well, 2 years ago, he was proposing this and he was running on this idea of $1,000 a month. So like I always say, you want to know history so that you know where you're going, and that is quote unquote history because it happened, right? He's like find companies to harass with the robocalls, force the NCAA to pay its college athletes, modernize voting, so you can cast ballots from your cell phone and create a system that ensure Americans can have an income of at least $1,000 a month. But that's the last idea has drawn surprising support. Before Yang, a college graduate from Brown University and Columbia Law School, entered the crowd in the 2020 playing field. The 44-year-old founder and CEO of Venture of America, a fellowship program for recent college grads that place them in startups to prepare them on their own entrepreneurial endeavors. So this dude is a very innovative guy, a very forward-thinking guy, and he came on to the Breakfast Club early in the day talking about $1,000 a month. And what are you living out right now? $1,000 a month, right? So to me, I mean, a stimulus has always been there, but even I think when the last time we had a stimulus was like what the '08 crash. It's probably like a one. I don't even remember one stimulus check, but this seeming like every month now, right? So could there be a fourth stimulus check? Democratic lawmakers push for more direct payments. So many Americans recently saw money deposited into their bank accounts after Joe, Moneybag Joe, signed a new $1 trillion COVID-19 rescue pack early this month. All right, so before I was rudely interrupted by somebody calling from Kansas City, let's get back to the article. A group of 10 Democratic senators released a letter on March 2nd asking Biden to include additional stimulus money in the administration's next spending bill that expects to follow the American Rescue Plan, which is the one you're living out right now. So a letter which was released before the passage of the most recent rescue bill calls for reoccurring direct payments and says almost 6 in 10 people say that $1,400 payment set to be included in the rescue package will last them less than 3 months. When the CARES Act relief ran out, poverty rose and many families saw spiraling debt. Automatic stabilizers will give families certainly that more relief is coming, allowing them to make the best decisions about how to spend their relief payments. The letter urges Biden to include additional payments in the upcoming $3 trillion package investment or infrastructure. Biden huddled privately on the evening of March 22, 322, with Senator and Democrat Congress began laying out the groundwork with legislation for developing roads, hospitals, green energy as part of Biden's Build Back Better campaign. More like Build Back the Block. Like, you kind of stole that. You kind of stole that money back, Joe. But much like the $1.9 trillion virus rescue signed into law earlier this month, the new package would also include family and friends, this time focusing on education and paid family leaves. The infrastructure package would include $1 trillion of roads, bridges, rail lines, all the politician stuff. Second component would include investment in worker-free communities. Honestly, what's about to happen, just giving you the breakdown behind this article and what Andrew Yang was talking about, which makes pretty much a lot of sense. Cars going to be driving itself, and not need any telemarketers, anything like that, right? Because AI is going to take over. So what you're seeing is it's early stages of AI showing its head, and they're going to pay you to stay home, man, because That's all. You're not gonna be able to have a job unless unless you're in the field of the kids that work in like Silicon Valley. And if you look, a lot of those kids are coming from different countries. Even Seattle is a very innovative city, and a lot of those kids are coming from a lot of different countries all around the world because they have the knowledge.